What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report, as well as Joe Boo's day job and cooking and tailgating with Joe Boo. I've turned into Uber Eats, I guess I should say Mark Eats, because check this out. Look at this. I don't know if you can see this, but look. That's a cilantro lime rice with shrimp and garlic sauce. Ooh. Little tasty meal that's not processed, that we've cooked. And I'm going to take some over for my in-laws for dinner and go back and eat mine. So I'm sitting here because, every day when you are a Dallas Cowboy YouTuber, it's a busy one. This is the off season, and lo and behold, it's busier than when we were actually playing games, when we were trying to find out who was injured, who the opponent we were playing, the injury report, what ways to attack the other team, playoffs. Don't talk about playoffs. All that stuff. Now, this is how crazy it is. I went to bed last night talking about Brian Schottenheimer having his second interview with the Cowboys, which was 5.5 hours long. Second interview. And it was okay with, the realization that probably something would happen today or tomorrow and it'd be done. Lo and behold, I go upstairs and get a shower, get ready for bed, and then word comes out that Kellen Moore is now interviewing his second time for New Orleans, which he may end up trumping Mike McCarthy. Okay, so there's that. Get up this morning, and it's still about Brian Schottenheimer is looking more and more, and everybody going crazy about how it should be Deion Sanders. Okay, now I have been on the road most of the day, but we had Michael Irvin literally pound the table and talk about how Deion should be the guy. We have the outrage of the fans that are literally ready to just say, F this team, about Brian Schottenheimer. We had everybody and their sister who have basically laughed at the Cowboys for doing things the way they do it. So then that turned into a mysterious candidate, that the Cowboys have talked to some mysterious candidate, Rich Batista, and I know I butchered his name, but former special team coach for the Cowboys and was once a head coach for 12 games for the Raiders when the Raiders fired John Gruden, and actually went 7-5 with that team, and seemingly should have been brought back as a head coach. Wasn't. And currently, he's working for the Green Bay Packers. Supposedly, the Cowboys had an informal conversation with him. Okay, so there was that. I literally got to Waynesboro. I got sworn in for the being on the city's historic commission. Yeah, I'm a commissioner. I'm a city commissioner now. On the day that I literally got 70 million views on this channel. So all this stuff's going on. And I'm good because I've gone through. I did a video about Rich Batista being contacted by the Cowboys about their position. I kind of questioned that because it seemingly we had gotten out tweets from Calvin Watkins, who literally said that expect something, an announcement about Brian Schottenheimer being the coach sometime tomorrow, or stay tuned, it could be today. So then we had the Rich Batista that the Cowboys had talked to him in probably the same way they talked to Deion Sanders, picked up the phone and said, hey, buddy, what you doing? Let's have a conversation about the Dallas Cowboys coaching situation. Okay. And then I was on the phone with my wife, and Clarence called, because whenever Clarence called, then that means I missed something that's going on. And literally 5 minutes before, there's rumors that Jerry Jones talked to Pete Carroll and that there's mutual interest. Now, that was different than what happened with Rich Batista, that we heard that he was a mysterious candidate. Now, mind you, all these things are just a phone call. Just a phone call. Hey, man, what you thinking? Like to come in for an interview and things, to do it. What you doing this week? How's the wife and kids and so on? And see, here's what I wonder. I saw this video. Guy who's in Atlanta, he does reaction videos. Light-skinned brother, kind of look. If I were younger and good looking, I'd probably look like him. I think his name's Wisdom or something like that. But he does all these videos. Younger guy, good looking guy. He does all these videos about like crazy people clapping. You know what I mean? Getting the cheeks and so on. And I think it was him. Maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was another one. But somebody had done a video about these women that get you to their place, on the date and things like that. And they want to get you to start making a move on them. So they kind of go through and, the guy was being a gentleman and stuff. And he's like, oh, no, come on through. We'll have a drink. We'll watch some TV and stuff like that. And they start watching TV together. And she goes and changes into something more comfortable, sweats and things. And then so she starts laying up on him and things and, kind of getting all snuggly and stuff like that and getting him all worked up. And he's like, no, we ain't got to do anything and all that, And so he's showing her and she's telling the story. And she's like, yeah, bump that. Okay. But her whole thing was, I'm going to get this guy turned on to the point where he wants me. And then I'm going to turn him out of the house. Well, I got to go to work. Time for you to leave. It's like, wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I told you I didn't want to do anything. I'm good with just watching the movie and stuff. You get all over me. Now you're telling me to go home? And her attitude was, because she was doing this as a video, to kind of tell you, I did this because I can. And I wonder, because Jerry Jones loves the attention, are we literally being played because Jerry Jones knows he can? That he can get us all worked up, that he can trick our emotions and tease us and say, oh my God. Because the thing is, here's the thing that's funny to me, is especially when they're not Dallas Cowboy players, is you think about a player when they were great or a coach when they were great, right? That's what you remember. It's like your neighborhood where you grew up in. You don't think about anything bad like the toxic waste dump. You would think about mom's pies and stuff that used to happen and hanging with your friends and stuff, riding your bicycle and staying out all night or staying out till the street lights came on. You have all of the good memories. You don't remember the bad shit. And so when we look at people, because I still have people saying, man, Urban Meyer, man, we should go get Urban Meyer as a coach. Because they're thinking about Urban Meyer, the college coach, not the Urban Meyer who was last in the NFL and was literally the worst. And the same thing with Pete Carroll, that Pete Carroll is 73 years old. And in the last few years, it seemed to go downhill, or people look at it with Bill Belichick. They're thinking of the Bill Belichick with Tom Brady winning Super Bowls every year. They're not looking at the Bill Belichick of the last 3 years that without Tom Brady, where he's trying to rebuild the team, it just kept getting worse. So when you say Pete Carroll, oh shit, Pete Carroll, yeah, man, we got to get Pete Carroll, who's been out of the NFL for a couple of years. He's gotten older and so on. I'm not going to say that Pete Carroll is not a good coach. Definitely got more experience than Brian Schottenheimer. In fact, Brian Schottenheimer worked under Pete Carroll. But I just feel like we're being played. We're being played. We keep jumping that every time there's a new, flavor here. I think it's really already been decided that Brian Schottenheimer is the guy. But they're just playing with us to get as much publicity out of it. Because Jerry Jones, we as Cowboy fans are so hungry for them to win that we're looking for anything that is a bit of hope. Anyway, I need to go take this food in here. They're going to be like, our Mark Eats is cold. Mark Eats are cold.